Scouts are slamming Shedeur Sanders right before the NFL draft as if they didn't know who he was. He's always been this way. He's always been cocky. He's always been brash. He's always been outspoken. Perfect timing. That's what he does. So don't wait until 2 weeks before the NFL draft and say, oh my gosh, his interview was so bad. I was so caught off guard. How could you be caught off guard? That's what we like about him. He possesses star power. People want to watch him play because he's a star. He can own that attention and be comfortable with it. Shedeur Sanders isn't cocky, he has star power. If I was an NFL team, that's who I want my quarterback to be. When all the lights are on him, when the cameras are the brightest, you know how he's going to show up. You know he's going to be calm, cool, collected, and confident because he grew up in that spotlight. That is Deion Sanders' son, one of the best NFL players of all time. That is his son and his best son at NFL football. Why would you not take him? He is a franchise changer. That's what a franchise changing NFL quarterback looks like. Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders doesn't have character issues. He has star power. When people ask him, "Hey, are you confident?" He says, "I already know. I already know what's going to happen because I'm a star." He's just like his dad. His dad would tell you what was going to happen, and then he would go out on the field and do it. And then afterwards, he would let you know about it once again. Shedeur's doing the exact same thing because that's what's in his blood. That's what runs in his family. So don't ask him an interview question and then expect him to be shy and say, oh, maybe the other guys are good too. He's like, no, I'm the best. You could look at me and I'm the best. I throw the tightest spiral. I'm the best quarterback. I'm the best leader. That's the guy I want on my team. The best guy who's the most confident about being the best. If the New York Giants aren't the team, if the New York Giants don't draft Shedeur Sanders, it's because Coach Prime told them not to. Ever since the college football season ended, Coach Prime let people know if there's a team I don't want Shedeur going to, we're going to prevent that team from drafting him. We're going to do the exact same thing that Eli Manning did to put my son in the best position to succeed. So all year, the New York Giants have been high on Shedeur Sanders, and then all of a sudden, oh, they're not going to take him at that 3 spot anymore. And now Shadeur's projected to slide all the way to Pittsburgh Steelers. Question: do you think Deion Sanders wanted Shedeur to go to Pittsburgh and play for Mike Tomlin in a great franchise? Yes, that is exactly what Deion's plan is. Deion was the one who told the Giants, don't draft Shedeur. We want him to go to Pittsburgh. We want him to team up with Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin and Coach Prime probably think the same. They're two peas in the same pod. So yes, Shedeur Prime is being directed to Pittsburgh from Deion Sanders. Travis Hunter is an idiot. He keeps saying that he wants to play both ways and he's going to make the team play him both ways. His body only has so many snaps in the NFL. No matter which way you put it, there's only so many snaps that his body can physically withhandle. So if he plays all of those snaps within the first 4 years of his contract, he'll never get re signed to his second contract and he'll never make big money. Travis Hunter is literally playing himself out of making his big payday. They're not going to pay him to play receiver and DB. They're not going to give him two separate NFL contracts. They're going to say, okay, here, Travis, sign this rookie deal. You can play on this one contract as much as you want. So if you want to play before the game, after the game's over, you want to play with the fans, go do it. You're allowed to do that. As an NFL team, that's the smart thing to do. You can get one guy to play two positions for a rookie contract. It's the best move in history. NFL teams are starting to see the vision with Ashton Genty. Reports are coming out Ashton Genty is not going to be selected to the Los Angeles Raiders. Ashton Genty is not going to be selected to the Las Vegas Raiders. Reason being, Ashton Genty is not a top 5 draft pick. He had a good season at Boise State. If you put Ashton Genty in Ohio State football pads and you said, hey, go out there and play a Big Ten schedule, he would look no better than Judkins or Trey Henderson. There is no gap between Ashton Genty and the second and third best running back in this class. If you're an NFL team, do not draft Ashton Genty top 10. It will be a franchise changing mistake because you can get the exact same running back in round 3 or round 4. The running backs in this 2025 class are really good, like levels, like really good. You'll be able to get a good undrafted running back. So if you pick a guy top 10 overall, and he's just as good as a guy that went seventh round, that's a miss. Ashton Genty is the easiest player in the NFL draft to miss on. Cam Ward being the number one overall draft pick is blasphemous. He's played his entire career without facing any competition yet. Last year, he was playing at Washington State. He was a good quarterback playing against Washington State. He realized, hey, there was no competition here. So I need to transfer up. Transfers up to the ACC football, which still is no competition, has a great year at Miami, and now he's going pro. What we need to realize is that there is a whole level of football that this man never competed on. Big Ten, SEC football, that level, Cam Ward has never played on. So there is a gigantic gap between the level of football that he has played on and the level of football that he is going to in the NFL. Mason Graham's draft stock is going to drop because he's undersized as a defensive lineman, but more important, Mason Graham has character issues. What you saw him do at Ohio State when he was stomping on the field, waving the flag around, cussing people out, calling people certain words on the block O, that's who Mason Graham is. NFL teams don't overlook that stuff. On the day that Michigan was on Ohio State's field, that looked all great. That was fine and dandy. But now NFL scouts are running back that film, and they said, all right, let's see who was doing what. Oh, we see Mason Graham. Oh, we see Mason Graham saying this. We see Mason Graham pushing this guy, doing that. Those are character issues. Teams don't draft undersized D linemen with character issues top 10. Mason Graham should be a round two, round three draft pick alone simply because he's a project. If you introduce this guy to your NFL locker room, you have no idea what's going to happen. You have no idea what he's going to do. NFL teams are afraid of Mason Graham. Tyler Warren is the steal of the NFL draft. This guy, when you talk about a top 10 draft pick, Tyler Warren is a top 10 draft pick. 6'7 receiver, biggest, fastest, strongest guy on the field at every moment in time. And in college, they would say, everybody would know it. Hey, the ball's going to 44. That's the only person Penn State threw the ball to. Tyler Warren, every single play. Everybody on the field knew it, and you couldn't stop it. This is not baby Gronk. This is like Gronk's father. Tyler Warren is literally going to be Gronkowski Sr. That's how good he's going to be in the NFL because his size and his speed is something like we've never seen. He has the size and the speed of literally LeBron James. He's LeBron James in football pads with long hair. And then he just has a knack for the game. He played Big Ten football and he was bigger, stronger, and faster than everybody else on the field. That is who you draft as a top 10 draft pick. He's a franchise changing player. Tedoroa McMillan is the easiest bust to watch on film that I've ever seen. If you watch him play, Arizona targeted him every single play of every single game because they're not playing in a great football conference, right? So just the fact alone that he's an NFL prospect, he's way better than anybody else out on the field. And then his quarterback played with him in high school. So he literally looked at him and he said, hey, just throw me the ball. If you throw me the ball every play, I'll make a couple plays. They're like, all right. That was Arizona's entire offense the entire year. So as time goes on, it's like, wow, this guy has a lot of catches. He has a lot of stats. He's a great player. It's like, no, slow the film down. He's not faster than anybody. He is taller. He he can jump and he has hands, but he's not a freak athlete. He doesn't read defenses well. He doesn't create separation, and he's not a speed demon. So on the NFL level, he's going to struggle immediately. You can't draft him as the first wide receiver off the board or second behind Travis Hunter because he hasn't been able to play against guys that are actually going to bring out what his talent level is. Everybody that Tedoroa McMillan has played so far is not playing football right now. They're somewhere working at a Home Depot. Will Howard had the best receiving core in the entire nation. Maybe one of the best college receiving cores that college football has ever seen, and he struggled to make them look good. He was missing so many passes all year, underthrowing players. It is hard to make Jeremiah Smith look bad as a wide receiver. Will Howard found a way. There were games where he struggled immensely. The Oregon game, Ohio State lost simply because of Will Howard. No other player on the entire team, just because of the quarterback. So when you look at him going to the NFL level, he's not going to get playing time on the NFL level. Doesn't matter how many interviews he gives that are good, doesn't matter how much draft testing he does. He's not going to be an NFL quarterback. And then on top of that, Will Howard went to the NFL Combine and he struggled. People were literally making compilation videos of how many passes he missed with no pressure, no defense on an open field in the NFL Combine. Then Will Howard's giving his NFL interviews, and all he keeps telling teams is, "Oh, I'm going to make somebody regret missing on me, and I have so much grit built up, and I'm a zero-star athlete, and they missed on me. They missed on me." Well, if you're a zero-star athlete, why would I draft you to my NFL team? If everybody continues to pass on you and miss on you, and you're just getting a chip on your shoulder, why do I want you? Why wouldn't I go draft somebody that doesn't have a chip because they've always been favored?